Fox News has once again reverted to being nothing more than a PR mouthpiece for the Republicans in the House of Representatives. And this week on their website, foxnews.com, they published an article with the headline, Hunter Biden received $250,000 wires originating in Beijing, with beneficiary address listed as Joe Biden's home. Whew. That's a mouthful for a headline, right? But that's a pretty shocking allegation, right? Hunter Biden get $250,000 from Beijing. That's what it says in the headline. And it was sent to President Biden's home address. That's a smoking gun, right? You just linked Hunter Biden's financial dealings to a foreign entity, Beijing, which means, the government, to President Biden himself. Case closed. Impeach the bastard, right? Well, hold on now, because things aren't always what they seem. Fox News continues in the article to say, as part of the investigation, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer subpoenaed financial records related to a specific bank account and received records of 2 wires originating from Beijing and linked to BHR Partners. BHR Partners is a joint venture between Hunter Biden's Rosemont Seneca and Chinese investment firm Bohai Capital. BHR Partners is a Beijing-backed private equity firm controlled by Bank of China Limited. Hunter Biden reportedly sat on the board of directors of BHR Partners. The first wire transfer sent to Hunter Biden, dated July 26, 2019, was for $10,000 from an individual named Mrs. Wang Zhen. There is a Miss Wang Zhen listed on the website for BHR Partners. It's unclear if the wire came from that Wang Zhen. See how it's already starting to unravel? There's more. The second wire transfer sent to Hunter Biden, dated August 2nd, 2019, was for $250,000 from Li Zhangxing, also known as Jonathan Lee, the CEO of BHR Partners that Hunter Biden sat on the board of. The committee is trying to identify Ling's role. The beneficiary for the wires is listed as Robert Hunter Biden, with the address. I'm not going to read the actual address. I don't want you to know President Biden's private address. Blah, 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 in Wilmington, Delaware. That address is the main resident for President Biden. Whew. So most of it's already fallen apart, right? But they still got the money going to President Biden's home. And James Comer gave quotes for this, and he said, bank records don't lie, but President Joe Biden does. Comer told Fox News Digital, because Comer's, kind of driving the piece here. But again, the payments themselves, right? It came from Beijing. Well, it came from Beijing, not from Beijing, but from the area, the vicinity, because it was a payment to Hunter Biden for his work on the board of BHR Partners. And the people paying the money are the people who controlled BHR Partners. Okay, that's that you did a job and you got paid for doing the job. You may not like that he got paid for doing the job, but he did. Okay, all right. But the big question, obviously, the money went to President Biden's house, right? Obviously, President Biden's the one getting paid, huh? Well, let me read you this. Also in the article where they debunked themselves, Hunter Biden spent time in 2017, 2018, and 2019 living at the Biden family home in Wilmington. So he was living at the family home. He got paid the money he was owed for the work that he did on BHR Partners. And yes, they were based in China, so the money came from China. And they sent it, of course, the address of the recipient who received it was the place where Hunter Biden was living. Oh boy, what a smoking gun. You have blown this story wide open, Fox News. I'm dumbfounded. I am dumbfounded that Fox News was stupid enough to even publish this drivel where they literally contradict themselves by having to admit the truth later on that, oh, he took money from this person who, there's somebody with that same name on the board of the directors of the company he was working with, but we don't know if it's the same one, right? It may just be a different one. Of all the nothing burgers in In Flavortown, this is probably the biggest one. And y'all debunked it yourself. I don't even have to do it for you because you did it in your own article. Now, they do point out, of course, that Hunter Biden's lawyer at one point said that his position at BHR Partners was in fact an unpaid position. So, aha, why is he getting paid when it was an unpaid position? Well, the answer to that's actually pretty straightforward because he was about to resign from the board. He had invested a lot of money in the company and he was effectively being repaid his investment fee after he resigned. Any other questions? I'm here to answer them all day, Fox. Feel free to give me a call. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.